No, you didn't.
What? You come in and they're like, doing some dance, like, do it with us, come on everybody, come on. I'm like, I don't want to do this. Why are you trying to get me so involved?
Welcome back. Zoom in, focus. They're gonna get sick of us doing that. Welcome to Sour Sweet Review.
If you haven't seen our last video, it's going to be linked in the description below.
And popped up somewhere on the screen. We'll figure out which side.
You know,
this is our second video.
We're still new to this.
We are.
But we're here to tell you about our honeymoon. And a part of our honeymoon that we did first was Disney.
Yeah.
Disneyworld.
Orlando, Florida.
Or is it Disneyworld or
yeah,
Disneyland?
Disney. So I keep trying to remind Caleb, Disneyland is in LA or California.
Okay, so we were at Disney World.
Yes.
Yeah.
The most magical place on the face of the earth.
Magical.
Yeah.
So, would you like to start us off? Or?
Sure. So I said this in our last video, but we had our wedding on November 11th. It was a Saturday, and we woke up bright and early on November 12th.
Keep talking.
And woke up bright and early on November 12th, and we headed to Orlando. From where we live in Tennessee, it's about an 8-hour drive. So Caleb drove the first half, about 4.5 hours, and then I drove 3.5 hours. We made really good timing. We did a whole video talking about our drive there and the vehicle that we rented for that drive. But once we got to Orlando, we took the rental car and dropped it off at the airport, and then we got a lift from the airport to our hotel, which was Animal Kingdom Lodge, Kidani Village to be specific.
The driver was nice.
Very
I recommend
nice.
him again. 5 stars.
Yeah.
He was excited for us, excited for me being my first time there.
Yeah, because it was Caleb's first time at Disney World ever. I grew up going, this was like my 4th or 5th time going to Disney World, and so home away from home, I love it there.
Yeah, I've been to Universal Studios, but I was told it's not the same.
It is not. All of you out there know, if you are diehard Universal and or Disney, both, whatever the case may be, you know it's not the same. Both are great, but not the same. But another cool thing about this is that I specifically booked us at Animal Kingdom Lodge because Caleb had never been to a zoo before. So that was really, really fun and exciting. So
we didn't think that we were going to be able to see
animals from our room.
Any animals from our room because there's a safari on the hotel
property.
Property. It's pretty wild. We have a couple of videos to show from the time that we got there. It's just us at the front desk and us doing the room tour. But
we got there pretty late. That was one thing that I was a little disappointed about, but we mentioned that in the video. So let me go ahead and we'll plop in the footage that we have from when we got there and our little room tour.
Welcome to the Cook family YouTube honeymoon. This is gonna be our my first time here.
At Disney. We're at Animal Kingdom Lodge.
Animal Kingdom Lodge. We're gonna show you around just a little bit if we can. Looks like I can't change the camera, so we're just gonna do one of these. Like, look at this going. It's nice. Yeah.
So every single restaurant and like gift shop and everything closes down at 11. So if you get in like we did at 10:35 and then go into your room and get settled in, there's nothing to eat. So
Well, there are vending machines.
There are vending machines, so
nothing
unless
warm.
you consider like a Pop-Tart a nutritious late night dinner, which no judgment if you do, you're gonna be hungry. So just a heads up. Just a slight heads up.
Get to the elevator.
Yeah, this place is huge, so there's no really quick way to your room if you're far away, which is fine. You get like extra steps in.
Hit them steps and walk like we do.
Yeah, that's the honeymoon vibe, you know. Just all you do is walk.
The whole time.
Yeah, you don't do anything else on honeymoon. Just walk.
That and the lobby's on the 3rd floor, which is
Weird, right? But it was a beautiful drive. Caleb drove for like 4.5 hours, and I drove for 3.5 hours, which we're in Tennessee, so it's an 8-hour drive. But it was really nice.
It's long.
Very long. And then we went to the Orlando airport, which is like 10 times the size as the airport in our town. Humongous. And there you go. Humongous. Huge. Like, I was driving for 10 to 15 minutes and all I saw was airport off to the side. It was humongous.
Couldn't find our way out.
Could not find our way out to save our lives. You know, it would be nice, like in the airport, if you're getting like a lift pickup like we were, if the airport had like, this is level A, this is level B, because it just says go to like B2 28, but we were on B1 28 and didn't know.
Right, wasn't sure if there was a ramp or not. We asked somebody, they said E at first.
Yeah.
And then they said, oh, we are at B. So.
Yeah. So, you know, that would be like my little suggested edit for the Orlando airport if they're watching this video. But super helpful employees there. Y'all have an awesome team. They weren't rude, especially for it to be so late at night. And my goodness, the
Cast members?
well, that's here.
Oh. My bad.
The pickup area, madhouse, like pure insanity.
Would have thought it was New York or Atlanta.
Yep.
Zoo.
Gotta remember, it's like
Curves and stuff. Oh,
yeah.
African royalty. Here's my queen right here. Like, look how cute the door is. 5555. Come on. Don't find us. Oh, your phone. Yeah, the cards aren't really working, so, but we have the magic touch on my phone. Also known as the Disney companion app. There was somebody in our room.
You're all up in my face.
My bad.
It's loading.
It's loading. I think it flashed. No. Oh, registering, please wait. If you do have a mobile hotspot, definitely recommend grabbing it. The Wi-Fi is free, but you know, there's just so many people on it that it doesn't work the fastest. Definitely gonna need a selfie stick. My arm hurts. There we go. We in, people. We are in. Oh no. I hit a wall. I was thinking this is the bathroom. So look at this. Nice double vanity. We come in here and look at the bathroom. Nice tub. Little shower combo. Don't mind the fan. Ain't no getting used to that. Then we come out here.
Did you soak the sink?
Forgot the sink with the microwave and a fridge.
A decent sized fridge. And a toaster.
And a toaster. Disney take care of you.
So let me tell you. So the reason why we might have this is because I book through my DVC rental. And so basically there's like different tiers and things, but you can like, DVC is basically like Disney's like rental share program, and you don't have to be a part of the program to rent through them. So when you rent through them rooms, like deluxe rooms, like we're at the Animal Kingdom Lodge. Apparently we have a partial safari view, even though I did not book that. But I told him it was our honeymoon, so that might be why it's a little Disney magic sprinkled in.
It's all a gazelle.
2 or 3 of them.
Yeah.
And a
vulture?
turkey vulture, maybe?
Unsure. It's still asleep out
Yeah.
there.
They have plaques outside, so when it's light and we feel like touring outside, we'll show you. But anyways, you can get deluxe resort rooms like this at a valued price. And so that's why we have the extra amenities in here. Okay, I'm back. Back to you.
Quick plug. Are we sponsored? We are not, but they did great.
Would love to be one.
This is our magical bed where the honeymoon magic will happen. They gave us a nice couch. 2 little things. It comes with storage, nice closet.
A whole wardrobe. It's a Narnia moment.
If you are going to unpack your clothes, here for the long stay, they have you for the dressers. It's very spacious. You can fit a couple of clothes in. My wife is just currently going to Narnia. She'll be back soon. Let's see. And that's pretty much the room, everybody. And the only thing else is just this amazing view from the balcony.
So that's opening. So just a quick tip, it has a lock on it. So you want to lift that and then twist it off, and then you can slide your door open.
But look at this view. It is not sunset, but it looks like it. Currently sprinkling a little bit, but who can beat the view?
It's gorgeous. It's so peaceful here.
So, all right, everybody, that's day 1. We didn't do much. We just got here. We're about to go hit the hay, get some sleep. Hopefully we ride Tron tomorrow.
Possibly.
Possibly if we get in that lightning queue.
Yeah.
But hey, this is my first time at Disney and can't wait to share it with everybody.
All right, we love y'all. We're back. Zoom in, focus. No, you didn't.
What? Throw the peace sign.
So, as you saw, we had a beautiful room. It was kind of dark in the clips. You couldn't really see our view. We took a couple of pictures, and we have more videos and pictures throughout our stay, so we'll pop those in as well as we go through this video. But yeah, I think I mentioned before we showed that video that we got there pretty late, and so everything was closed.
Yeah.
So we couldn't get any food. So that was one negative. Is I do wish that, and maybe it was just a lack of research on my end and on our end, but I do wish that they, sent us a message through the app or something saying, hey, you're arriving around 8 o'clock at night. Everything closes at 9 or 10 or 11 or whatever the shutdown time was. Like, that would be
But they did tell us
helpful
at the front desk, which was kind of helpful, but we still had to explore some just to see, because we were a little bit hungry, a little peckish.
So yeah, what did you think of our room? I asked you a question, but I want to answer really quick. The coolest thing to me was that they put our name on the TV, right? And I've seen this. I watch Disney vloggers and Disney goers and Disney lovers all the time on YouTube. But to walk in and be at Disney and then it says welcome Cook family, that was just chef's kiss, creme de la creme. It was great. It was perfect.
I would say the best part for me was, even though it was nighttime when we got there, there was this turkey vulture type of bird. We actually found out what it was, and I don't think it was a vulture, but it looked interesting. We saw a lot of antelope at first. The next day when we woke up, they had giraffes outside, some zebras, whatever the things are called with the big horns. I want to say, I know it's wrong, but my brain is saying bison, and I know good and well it was not a bison, but it was just real cool.
Speaking of animals, Whisper's making another grand appearance. We have another cat. She was in the beginning of the last video, but she is friendly-ish.
Yeah.
But I just thought it was really special that we could walk outside, and he had never been to a zoo, but we'd walk outside and they were just there. That was really special.
So the first day officially there, we went to Magic Kingdom.
Yeah.
Because you gotta start at Magic Kingdom, right? It was real nice. I got to see the big castle. The weather was good that day.
Yeah. quickly declined the rest of our trip. But Magic Kingdom that day was just beautiful. I mean, it was perfect. The lines weren't too bad. Towards the end of the day, though, once we made it around to like Fantasyland, it started to rain and the crowd started to pile in, and so we didn't get to ride, like, we didn't do Winnie the Pooh, we didn't do Peter Pan, we didn't do It's a Small World. So definitely we have some incentives to go back. But it was really nice.
Yeah, we got to go on the People Mover.
Yeah.
We had a video for that, but it's not the best quality.
No.
I took it myself.
It was wonderful, and he's being hard on himself. We're going to plop that footage in right now.
Good morning, good morning, good morning.
Good morning.
Another beautiful day on the Disney Resort. Day 2. Let's get it started. Starting this beautiful day with some animals in the background.
But look.
Got buttons.
Happily Ever After buttons. Caleb's first visit button. Oh, it's on this side. Caleb's first visit button.
First time here. We went down to the Mara to get some food, you know, have a little food reveal. We weren't that hungry, so we didn't get a lot of stuff. You know, just a couple of fun things to keep us up and at 'em.
Yeah. And then we're gonna get dressed and head on into Magic Kingdom. We made it!
Made it through the first check.
So now we're about to scan in with our watches because we did not want to spend money on magic bands. So we'll check in with y'all in like 5 seconds. See you soon. Yeah. No. We're walking in. Okay, I can't wait to get Caleb's reaction. Oh, maybe you should record us walking. Yeah. Let me give y'all 2 angles of us walking in. Look, and there's the Christmas tree. Oh, it's so beautiful.
It's nice out here.
Oh, the wind came. Yes.
Ooh, got a little bubble action.
Hold on, my glass. My thing is. A little bit better.
Still just a bit low.
And
Oh, because of the crack.
yeah, my screen protector cracked like 2 days before the wedding, so.
I'm holding it. Ooh, coffee.
Free.
Wow.
Okay, there's a parade coming through, so we're gonna hop up on the sidewalk. So. Right here. That looks crazy. Oh yeah.
Yep. Snapchat.
Thank you, Mr. Morrow. Mr. Tom Morrow, please contact Mr. Johnson and
Ooh,
Control
so bright
Tower
now.
to confirm your flight to the moon. Thank you.
Flight to the
What's the plans?
Yeah.
We can be the first one besides that baker.
Oh yeah. Okay. Oh, that's ironic. We'll have to tell y'all that story another time. Caleb traumatized.
And so does the carousel. Like progress itself, this theater never stops.
Millions of people came to see it. And since then, the Carousel of Progress has had more performances than any other stage show in the history of American theater. You know, Walt loved the idea of progress, and he loved the American family. And he himself was probably as American as anyone could possibly be.
Party is about to begin. Have a most wonderful time.
We had to get ponchos because it started raining. They weren't that bad. They were like $12 and they're really thick material so we can rewear them for the next part. You probably won't be able to hear me, but teacups and ponchos. I'm going to turn around so I can see the back of this. And we're back.
But you see, it was a nice, cool ride. It got real dark on that thing.
Yeah.
And didn't know if a drop was coming. We got to go through a store. Wow. And it's like, I want to go through that gift shop as well.
And we went through a ride because you go through, what's it called? Space Mountain while you're on it. I don't think Space Mountain was running because it was just pitch black on that part. And all the times that I've gone before, you can see the coaster like zooming past you, which was really cool. But yeah, what were your thoughts of Magic Kingdom and like your first Disney experience?
It was Disney's 100th year anniversary, so that was pretty cool. We got to see Chip and Dale.
Yeah.
Stitch. Funny story about Stitch, but not so funny. Y'all may hear it, may never hear it. Who knows? Just stay tuned. We could have got on the Buzz Lightyear ride. Was that there?
Yeah.
No.
Yes, it was. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was just a long line for the first day. After being there for a couple of days, realized it wasn't that much of a long line at all. But it was my first day experiencing the parks. We got on the teacups. I made Meg sick.
That was
when we got off of the teacups, it kind of stopped abruptly, and then it felt like we had been in a tornado or something.
We were walking sideways, getting off, and
I didn't know, right?
It was intense.
I didn't know if our vision was gonna go back to normal because everything was just spinning the whole time. I was like, what a mistake, but I would do it again.
Yeah, no, he would not stop, and like anytime I tried to grab his hands, be like, just hold my hands. He kept holding on to the wheel thing. And so he was spinning us really quickly, and then the ride came to a stop, but it wasn't an ease into it. We were spinning like this, and then it just jerked us and stopped. And I'm glad we hadn't eaten yet. And after that, we went to go get food.
That we did. Also, it started pouring rain.
Pouring rain. Oh, that's what we ate that day. We ate at Pecos Bill.
Yep.
And it was so good. It was Tex-Mex. It wasn't greasy. It was hot. It was so much food though. They gave like 3 tacos each. Caleb got the nachos. It was delicious. It's just what you need. Like, it's not normal park food. It's a step up, but it's not like $50 a plate either. So it was a perfect little quick meal.
My only gripe is they didn't turn the heat on. It's
it was
pouring
freezing
rain, and they're keeping the air on like it's 80 degrees.
We had to get ponchos.
They ended up using the rest of the time at Disney.
Yeah, $12. Well, it was $12 each, but great investment.
Apparently, it was a freak type of thing because Florida doesn't get that much rain, but it rained the rest of our trip.
It flooded
hard,
like flooded. Raining the whole time. There was no sun. It was overcast, so 60 degrees in Florida felt like it was maybe 45, 50 degrees. It was so cold. And your shoes are soaking wet, and so it would have been nice. I get it, again, because Florida's usually hot, and they're like, get in and get some food, but don't get comfortable. Don't stay too long. And we didn't. Magic Kingdom, we pretty much stayed. I think we got there around 10 or 11, and we stayed almost until closing, and the rest of the time, I think we stayed maybe 5 hours at each park, max, except for Animal Kingdom. I think we stayed pretty much all day at Animal Kingdom. But
got back to the hotel. How we were getting to the parks and back to the hotel was the bus system. It was very convenient. They had schedules when you got to the stop of when it's gonna come. If you used the My Disney app, it told you exactly when the next bus was on its way. So it was no need
the My
to
Disney Experience
wait
app.
too long. But I fairly enjoyed it. I believe when we came back to the hotel, we went to the caf.
Yeah.
At that time.
Went to the cafe.
It was real nice. We got the refillable drink cups. You just go get your fountain cups. After you get it, I think it was $10, $12 each.
$12.
But the rest of the stay, you just get free refills.
Yeah, of fountain drinks.
Yeah.
Which is really nice. We ate mainly at the caf. I'll put in the full name and like a picture of it because I can't remember off the top of my head. But we mainly ate there for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. We only ate out at fancy places once, maybe twice while we were there. Balling on a budget. And then we ate at the parks usually for like lunch if we were there. One meal there, but if we were at the hotel, we pretty much just ate at the hotel. This is our second night sleeping in the bed. So how did you feel about the beds? We had taken showers at this point. What was your thoughts on that?
We had just recently upgraded at home to a king size bed, which is amazing.
California king.
California.
Yeah.
Cali knows how to live. I heard there's even bigger king size beds, so in the future we will be upgrading again. But it was a bit strange going back to a queen. We had been on a queen for so long. It was spacious, but it was a bit cramped compared to the king. The bed was pretty comfortable. At no point did I think, I need to check everything to make sure if it was too dirty or not. We did a good once over one time, and everything looked nice and clean, and just it was good. The pillows were nice and soft but firm at the same time. So when it was time to sleep, we got to sleep. We're able to explore some of the TV shows, everything Disney. If you were looking for something else besides Disney at this Disney hotel, you were surely mistaken.
Except for TLC. We could watch 90 Day Fiancé, which was nice. My perk or pro of the room was that it was a fan in the room. We travel a lot. We both grew up traveling and going a lot of places. We've gone places with each other. And I have never, ever, ever had a fan in the hotel room. And it was perfect. Gave a nice little breeze. The blankets were layered enough so that you could be warm, but also thin enough so you could strip some off and, get a cool breeze in there. It was so nice.
If you move too many blankets off, you definitely got cold.
Very cold.
It was this weird going back and forth because thermostat, it worked, but it wasn't fully the best. We kept it on cold the whole time because the hotel was hot in general, so it was like, just cool us down regardless.
But so day 2, we get to day 2.
Which park is that?
And our adventure for the day was Animal Kingdom.
Animal Kingdom.
So we will pop in some video. This was my favorite day here. And Animal Kingdom usually is not my favorite park. Usually Epcot is. But on this trip with my husband, this was just the most special day. It rained off and on.
But with all of the trees and covering, you couldn't really feel the rain.
It wasn't bad.
So it felt more like a rainforest than
and
just
the ambiance,
raining
like
all
you
day.
could hear the sound. There was only one part of being at Animal Kingdom during the day where it felt like a torrential downpour. But thank God the timing of it was like we were coming back from an excursion that we were doing and headed to go eat. So the downfall was that the restaurant was cold, but we'll pop some footage in right now of our time at Animal Kingdom.
actually outdid themselves bringing this to life.
That they did.
Hippos back there behind the island. That's what you call a group of them, a bloat. Now the Nile hippopotamus is going to weigh 5,500 pounds, and they do actually spend most of their day in the water. It is one of their natural sun protections. They even sleep in the water too. See, what they're going to do is they're going to sink down to that river bottom, only coming up about every 5 to 8 minutes for air. The really awesome about it is no, they don't. Is this morning coming up on your left. Now, why did I say, speaking of by himself? Because the black rhino, unlike their cousin, doesn't like the company of other rhinos. They are perfectly fine by themselves. Now, they are the smaller of the two, only weighing about 3,000 pounds, but they can still reach speeds of 35 miles an hour. Until 1901. We actually thought they were a myth over here, so they got the nickname the African unicorn because of it. A lot of people tend to think okapis are related to the zebra, and you can see why. It looks like they're wearing some fashionable zebra pants when their only known living relative is the giraffe. You might see that tan color animal on top of the hill. That is the greater kudu on your left. Now, they actually stand 55 inches tall at the shoulder. They can weigh up to 750 pounds, but still jump 6 to 8 feet in the air. Now, that copper color animal with the horns, that's the bongo. But that's because that blood has to go from that heart up that neck and back down again. But surprisingly enough, in that neck, giraffes only have 7 vertebrae, and that's the same as us humans. Theirs are just way bigger. Now, for my golfers on board, their eyeball is about the same size as a golf ball, and their tongue is purple in color, and it is 18 inches long. Now, we're going to head this way, my friends. Let's go get a better view of that skin out on the right. You will get to see why we give them their nickname, the s'mores of the savannah, because they kind of look like a s'more. But let's keep it on our left over here. Now, fully grown males are going to weigh 13,000 to 15,000 pounds. They do eat about 300 pounds of vegetation. Females are a little bit lighter in size. Now, male elephants are kicked from their group from the age of 13 to 14 to go kickstart their own life and find a mate. Females will stay in their herd their whole life, which you call a group of them. They also go by a memory or parade, and they are led by a matriarch who takes the elephants to places she remembers to get food and or water. You might notice that our elephant's friend right here on the other side of this hill looks a little dirty. That's because they use that beautiful trunk to pick up dirt or water and fling it on their back. Now, the elephant's trunk has about 40,000 different muscles in it, and it can hold about 2 to 5 gallons of water in that trunk. You might also notice they flap their ears back and forth. You see, by doing so, they can cool themselves off about 15 degrees. Not going to be doing it a whole lot today because it is a little bit colder here today in Africa. But also in the watering hole, looks like I am going to see some greater flamingos joining us. Now, anytime an animal has greater in front of it, just means it's the largest of that species. So you're looking at the largest flamingo, but also the lightest colored pink flamingo. Now, I don't know why they were picking the vegetation. On your right, you are going to get to see a baobab tree. Now, that tree is very important to us here in Africa, so much so we gave it 2 different nicknames. First one, of course, the upside down tree. That one's kind of obvious, my friends. Looks like someone grabbed it, planted it upside down with its roots in the air. Now, it's all rhino back there. Now, the white rhinos, actually 2 of them, they do like to be in that crash, or what you call a group of them, unlike their cousin. And they do weigh about 4,000 to 5,000 pounds. Now, of course, they do go 60 miles an hour in about 3 seconds, with the fastest one being clocked in at around 72, 73 miles an hour. Cheetahs do all their hunting during the daytime, so because of that, they do have a black tear mark. Runs from their eye to their mouth, and it helps reflect the sun. And we could just sit here all day, but you're not going to hear a cheetah roar. Instead, they purr or chirp, and their claws are always out. You'll see another one that's kind of hanging out right there to the left of that white thing up there. Oh, you might hear a lion roaring. Let's go see if we can spot it as we talk about the group name for a cheetah, known as a coalition of cheetahs. But we are heading up to that kopie. Kopies are usually home to lions, and it does look like I see that lioness on top of the rocks all the way up there. Now, it's really cool that we're actually hearing them and seeing them active right now. That's because they actually spend 20 hours of the day sleeping. You see, they do all their hunting during the nighttime, and by them I do mean the lioness up there. The male will stay behind, protects his territory and the cubs. Now, unlike the cheetah that does all their hunting during the daytime and they have that black tear mark, lions have a small white spot under their eye that helps bring in the remaining sun and moonlight, allows them to see 60. Now, it looks like we might get a better view of that female lioness, but look above her. On top of the bigger rock, there's where that male lion is hanging out this morning. So we'll stop right here for just a second, let you get a good view of those beautiful creatures. My absolute favorite thing is when our young ones on board say, look, there's Simba. It's actually not wrong because Simba in Swahili, group of lions is known as a pride. On your right though, you might see a water buck right there. Close to the road, there's one in the bushes. They get that name because for an antelope, they drink an absurd amount of water and they never migrate too far from water. These are females, don't have any horns, only the males do. Now because they're always by water, they produce an oil on their skin that A, makes them stinky, but also makes their coat waterproof. Female ostriches right here, lighter gray in color. Males are black with white feathers. Fastest animal on two legs goes speeds of 40 miles an hour. And in between each step, what you call a sounder or a group of them. And they can reach the same speed of what a giraffe can run, which is 35 miles an hour. They're the largest burrowing animal, and they're in the same family as domestic pigs. Warthogs have 4 eyes. Warden left his car here, and looks like Nigerian dwarf goats have enjoyed it. Now these goats teach us a beautiful lesson about living go peacefully with the natural world around us and how we can benefit from it. You see, they're going to eat that grass for free. Then in return, they produce a sweet milk that our wardens like to take to the local market and sell for a profit. Now, unfortunately, friends, seeing these goats mean we have ended our tour.
Good morning.
Jambo.
Jambo.
Learning a little Swahili, but day 3, Animal Kingdom. We're getting at it. We've gone on a safari ride so far, and it's pretty cool. It's my first time at a zoo-ish type of thing, first safari, so I can't complain. I loved it.
We saw so many cool animals. We saw like 4 cheetahs, and then we saw 2 lions, a lioness, and then just a lion.
Flamingos.
And the lion roared, and they were sitting on top of like their little perch. It was so cool. Saw flamingos. Okay, yeah. What was
I think my favorite thing was the wild dogs.
Yeah, they were really cute.
They were real cool.
Yeah, my favorite is always going to be cheetahs. It's my favorite animal. So, but look at these really cute shirts Caleb made us. Here, let me see if I can show you the back of it.
That wild about him, and then mine says wild about her.
Didn't he do such a good job on them? Aren't they so cute?
We're headed to Conversation Station.
Yeah.
Where we plan to do a little animation. And also apparently they have a petting zoo over there.
I
so
know.
we might get to pet some of the animals if we're lucky.
And although I've been to Disney a couple of times, I don't think I've ever done this. I've definitely never done the animation, and I don't think I've done the petting zoo portion. So I don't think so. Not that I can remember.
Cool.
So this will be a new experience for both of us, and we're so excited. We will try to capture videos as we can, but we're really just going to enjoy the day, I think. It's a beautiful day. It's sprinkling, but it's the type of Florida rain that's not making it hot. It's like cooling the air down.
It's like we're at a rainforest.
Yeah, it's perfect.
Right now.
Some pets. Come on. Oh, you're so beautiful. Yeah. If you want pets, you get up and come over here and we'll come back for you, okay? Okay. Hey, Clark. Come, see? His name's Clark.
as you saw, it was pretty fun. We didn't ride really.
There's not that many rides there. Yeah.
It was really the safari park, which was amazing. It was my first time at a zoo.
Yeah.
Just seeing all the different animals and exploring the tour. Saw the rhinos, the wild dogs, giraffes. We saw some lions doing nothing.
Sitting on top of the rock, because the first thing we did that morning was get on the safari ride. So it was first thing in the morning. All the animals were waking up. And getting fed for the day, you know, their breakfast, and they were very active, but also not like aggressively active. Just we're waking up, getting our day started, and they were just out and
And
perfect.
For some people who don't know, because Megan had been to Disney for I don't know how many times, but didn't know this. There's this place called Rafiki's Palace, or you hop on a train, which is fairly cool. And it takes you to the other side of the island or whatever it's called. And there's a petting zoo and a drawing experience. I'm kind of a artiste, you know.
He's amazing.
I'm all right. But we got to sit in a drawing class. We got to draw Judy Hopps and learned from the people who actually made her how to draw her step by step. There was some crazy artists next to us.
Oh my gosh.
They just
it was a couple.
themselves.
I think it was a husband and a wife as well.
Yeah.
They were like amazing. And then the wife and I were sitting next to each other, and she looks at me and she goes, I just got lost on this one part. And I'm looking at my stick figure of a bunny rabbit, and hers is like Picasso. I'm like, what did you miss? What are you talking about? Right? Like we're not relating to each other right now at all. Like you're amazing, and I am sure preschoolers could have drawn Judy Hopps better than I did. And we had prompts. There were dots, lines.
They were going just kind of fast. But
drawing isn't for me. I can paint.
It didn't have an eraser, so it was like you need to get everything right the first time. I don't like that.
Well, some people got extra papers.
I didn't know that.
And we didn't think to ask.
I thought it was one for per person.
Yeah, this was our first time again. But it was cool because it took place in a like a reptilian exhibit.
Yeah, so we got to walk around. They had snakes, these different reptiles, frogs, lizards, iguanas.
I think this one animal, I can't remember what it was, but it was a lemur.
Yeah, it was having surgery,
and you can watch. Wild.
Right? So we get outside, and it's a petting zoo. I got to pet a sheep, a goat, and
You'd never been
that's
to
pretty
one
much
before.
all they had over there, but that was still cool.
There was a cow. You just couldn't touch the cow.
You couldn't touch the cow.
And the cow was temperamental.
That it was.
We'll put it that way. And one of the goats, shout out to my dad, was named Clark, which is my dad's name. And so we took a picture. We'll see if we have a picture of Clark. He was so cute. He looked like a little peanut butter ball.
Yep.
Shout out to my dad.
They cut the horns off the goats so they don't hit nobody or end up hurting anybody. So that was cool. I really wanted to pet the sheep more, but the sheep only followed the handlers around, so it was just really by chance that it came out, and it was all woolly.
Yeah, because we were getting ready to wash our hands and go back inside to do the art class.
Yep.
But then the sheep came out of its little pen area and walked right past us, and then I told Caleb, I said, go back in. Yeah, it was really sweet, and the smile on his face was just priceless. Like I said, Animal Kingdom was the highlight of our day, of my time there.
Yeah. About the time we got back on the train, that's when the rain really started to kick up.
And we were drenched because you had to walk from Rafiki's palace or place.
Yeah,
and
palace
then
or place.
You had to walk basically through the rainforest, and it was just soaked, we were soaked. And then you get on the train, and then we had to walk from the train all the way back into Animal Kingdom where the restaurants are at.
Yeah. Got to this one restaurant in Harambe.
Yeah.
Shout out to Harambe. So it was cold.
It was freezing cold. We
taking
ate
off our raincoat, and then they have the AC just blowing down on us. It's like
there was no way
goodness.
It felt warmer keeping our rain jackets on. It was freezing cold. And at that restaurant, I had a grilled chicken salad, if I'm remembering correctly, and Caleb got a pizza.
Yeah,
and it was pretty good. The rides that we rode Animal Kingdom. No, that's the park that we were at. We rode Flight of Passage.
Yes.
What were your thoughts on that ride?
Flight of Passage was real cool. Megan was just a little bit scared.
This is my third time riding it, y'all. I was very cool, calm, and collected compared to the first 2 times I rode.
We were in the front row, so I guess that scared her a little bit. So, you know, it takes you over the thing.
Well, it's not front row, because you're thinking about Epcot and Soarin'.
No, but
Flight of Passage, we're all in the same line. The bikes were lined up.
Oh, the Avatar one.
Avatar.
That was in Animal Kingdom?
Yeah.
Oh, that was a different experience.
Yeah.
So, in it, you know, you sit on this bike. And
A Banshee.
A Banshee.
A Banshee.
So, get on the Banshee, as you go through the line, is acting like you're turning into an avatar. They're taking your sample.
Syncing you with your Banshee.
Yep. You got the hair for it.
Yeah.
So, once you actually get there, they take in the machine, they blow all this smoke and air at you and say, it's happening. You've turned, and now you need to go ride the Banshee. You hop on the machine, it pulls up on your back, and they have some glasses for you. Hold on. The ankle thing didn't work for me, so I think my ride was defective.
Caleb was free falling.
So it's just a little bit jarring at first. If you don't lean with it, I don't think you were leaning with it. You were leaning back. When I looked at her, she was like,
but Caleb was leaning too far with it.
No, I just leaned with it. So it would start diving down, and it's like the first time I tried to go backward, and the thing pushed on my back, and I was like, no, I'm getting this thing in my stomach. Felt like I was on a roller coaster. I was like, uh-oh. So then I started leaning forward. I was like, yeah, I am. And we start turning. I was like, yeah. I see Megan.
Stiff. The funniest thing was I had held on to Caleb's like arm handle thing, and then when we started falling, I let go.
But she let go because I started leaning forward. She said, not me. Stop that.
Which is funny because my dad taught me if you don't like the falling feeling, like that pit that you get in your stomach, then you tighten your core. So I was tightening my core, but I also was definitely resisting the fall. I was like, if we're falling, I'm going to be a delayed fall.
I was leaning so far down, I started looking down and seeing all the other people who were listening to the sides. I was like, oh, I might end up breaking this thing.
Yeah.
So let me cool it out just a little bit.
But all of the water features, because like I said, I've ridden this ride 2 other times with my family when we came. But this time, like, the scents were working, all of the water features and effects.
Edge. I got hit in the face with water.
Yeah, we were soaked from that ride alone.
It's like, why?
Yeah.
I thought somebody sneezed on me.
Yeah.
That part wasn't fun.
But it was a good ride. I feel like it lasts a long enough time.
Yeah, wish it could have been just a bit longer. Definitely would recommend it. Would ride it again.
Yeah, definitely. It was a lot of fun. Yeah. And then we didn't ride any more rides. The other thing that we did do while we were there was I'd always wanted to go and see the Animal King. Oh my gosh, why do I keep doing that? The Lion King live production. Yeah. This was so much fun. We are huge Lion King fans. This was like our jam. What was your experience like? What did you think of it? Oh, Caleb was not. Caleb was at that point. Caleb was ready to go.
Yeah, I was ready to go. I had experienced the nice animals. Felt like an avatar. I would say I wasn't in the best mood at first, especially when we got in. It was like this weird wait where everybody's going in at these different entrances. You come in and they're like, doing some dance, like, do it with us, come on everybody, come on. I'm like, I don't want to do this. Why are you trying to get me so involved? The show starts and they start filling it up with gas from a fog machine.
Yeah, it smelled like there was a chemical fire or gas fire happening the entire time. It was, we were
trapped
concerned.
us in, so hopefully nobody had any breathing problems or in there, because it definitely would have been a problem.
It was intense.
It was cool. They had these big floats out. It was Simba, Rafiki. No, not Rafiki. It was Timon and
Pumbaa.
Timon was in a mascot. He was just in a suit and a costume.
He was a cast member.
But Timon, they had this big float for him. Well, they had a giraffe and
the giraffe was weird, right? Because I felt like that's more like you know, Madagascar vibes, not really Lion King. I don't.
Maybe the beginning of Lion King.
No, because they bowed.
Yeah.
When he was like initiated.
And then elephants, not elephants. Elephants float. It was pretty cool. They had some of the. I don't think they were the original voice cast, but they sounded just like them. They come out.
Singing was amazing. It was live singing, and they were moving and running and interacting with the crowds and talking, and like for them to be able to hit those notes and hold those notes, it was. And the beautiful part for us was like they were Black people, you know, like we understand it's like, okay, it takes place in Africa, but we know Disney sometimes it's a hit or miss with the culture thing, and it was awesome to see that they had a cast that was diverse. The lemurs that were they were lemurs
or monkeys
that were bouncing around.
They were trapeze. And it was like this little trampoline, so they would do some flips and jump around, and Timon would make jokes about them.
Yeah, it was really funny.
There was this one dude, I forgot what animal he was, but he did the fire, so he was twirling it around.
Oh yeah.
He ate it, spit it out.
I've never seen a fire artist. Is that what they're called, or a fire thrower? Or I'm gonna say fire artist. That sounds really good to me. That sounds like a compliment.
Fire artist.
I've never seen that in person, and so I don't know. That was just really fascinating to me. It also like we weren't sitting close to the stage. Like we were probably like 5 rows up on our side of the bleachers, but you could feel the fire from where we were sitting. It was really, really cool.
It's probably the fog machine about to catch on fire.
Then there was a I can't think of what an aerialist.
Yep.
Is that what her profession is called?
I think so. They had the ropes, and they had like the strings attached to her, so they would start twirling and throw her up, and then they would just
she was super talented.
And then
there was one part that Caleb and I thought there was going to be. I think a lot of us thought there was going to be an accident because she got so close. Like
to the
here's
beam,
the
she
ceiling,
almost hit her head,
and here's her just like twirling up here, and then she comes back down, and everybody was like, oh, and then she got like a round of applause for that one. She was so very talented, and like the control that you have to have over your body, and like. Right, because they're just throwing you around like a rag doll, and you have to have control to maintain your composure and hit your marks while you're in the air. That was beautiful to watch. It was so cool.
That was pretty much it for day 2.
Yeah.
After day 2, we came back. We went to that one buffet style at the hotel.
Yeah,
it was pretty good.
Our waiter was awesome.
It was a bit pricey, you know, but
it was real pricey. So I
what can you expect from Disney?
He brought us champagne.
Food. He brought us champagne because it was our honeymoon.
I got tipsy.
We had other drinks too. Both got a little tipsy.
It was great.
You just went back up there. It was buffet style, all you can eat. Whenever you got hungry again, just go get some more.
And I believe it's Indian inspired food.
Yeah.
But they also had barbecue, mashed potatoes, a salad bar, different soups.
Dessert bar.
It was delicious.
Definitely
it was delicious.
Brought some desserts back to the room. Weren't supposed to take anything to go, but our waiter was so nice.
Yeah.
Hopefully he doesn't get in trouble.
Our cast member was super kind and
he told
made
us
it special.
to get a cup and just throw some stuff in it, which I definitely did. I didn't do it the way he told me to do it. I went and got it first.
Caleb was not inconspicuous at all.
I don't think anybody saw me. I was just, how's it going? Yeah.
Yeah. He told us to bring it to the table and then fill up the cup, and Caleb took the cup up to the buffet line and filled it up there, and
what can you do? Day 3, we just relaxed.
Yeah,
I think
that day was really nice. So.
Or did we go to?
No, we went to Disney
Center.
Springs.
Yep, Disney Springs.
But here's the thing, though. At Animal Kingdom, I hurt my foot somehow. I'm not sure if it was like the water, if it was like, I don't think it was all of the walking necessarily. I think I was wearing Crocs slides.
Oh, and she had a giblet on it, and we think because of the water and everything else,
it just weighed it down.
Yeah, and it got like,
because it was in one specific
nerve
part of my foot, and it wasn't like I couldn't walk. It was more so lifting my foot is what hurt. So the 3rd day, which was Wednesday, I believe, we went to Disney Springs. It was raining and cold the entire time, so we essentially walked around. I think we got some pretzels. We went to the big Disney shop because Caleb had never been.
No.
And we
a
got
couple souvenirs and,
gifts for folks.
Spirit jerseys.
Yeah, Caleb got some really nice Spirit jerseys. We'll pop some pictures of our Spirit jerseys in that we got.
Yep, might wear ours for part 2.
Yeah.
Got this nice Spider-Man one that I wanted. She really liked me in this Monster Inc. Which was a great call.
Yeah, it goes hard.
Looked real good. And then I got her the 100th anniversary had sparkles on it and fireworks. It was real nice. They had some real. What I didn't realize is that after a week or so, you can't find those same jerseys anymore.
Yeah. Or you have to go to like an outlet mall or something. But we didn't have a car, so that meant purchasing a Lyft or an Uber every single time. So that wasn't an option. So it was more so we saw it that day, so we got it. That day, our third day, our rest day, was definitely our souvenir purchasing day. But yeah, that was our first 3 days at Disney.
Thank you for tuning in with us to do part 1. Part 2 will be coming. Don't forget to like and subscribe.
As we said in the last video, we'll say in all of them moving forward, which is sometimes our reviews will be sour, sometimes they'll be sweet, but we're just happy to have you here and that we get to share them with you. So I sound like a robot. Yeah.
I'm sweet, she's sour.
We'll see y'all next time. Bye.